Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk Sport for our UFC 273 preview, and I'm joined by the main man himself, Callum Sanderson from Coppish and Sanderson Show. And before we get started, as we are recording this, Callum's on 599 subs for Sanderson Show. That's got, hey, if I don't see it at 600 by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll be finding someone to sub because he's one away from 600. How are you, my friend?
Not too bad, brother. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Enjoy your birthday.
At the time of recording, it's 12:30 the next.
I know. Well, we still celebrate. Yeah. We call it a birthday week for you, Tanner. We call it a birthday week. It's a celebration.
Better be on Sunday.
Exactly. That as well. But no, happy to be back on here. Always a pleasure to be on here. So thank you for having me, man.
Let's get into the juicy card that this is, because Dana's heard the call. He's gone, UFC London, and we've got next pay-per-view. We've got a stacked card. We've got two championship fights. We've got the hype train. We've got returning fighters. We've got a stacked prelims. Like, we might have to think, hey, do you fancy doing it from 1 o'clock and we do some prelims as well? Because
I have to.
The prelims are looking juicy.
Looking tidy. UFC just do it right, innit? I mean, you look at, and I hate doing it because I'm a big boxing fan, but you look at the difference between boxing and UFC cards or MMA cards. I mean, even MMA cards. We spoke about a Bellator card, the Bellator London card. Yeah, that's a hell of a card as well. Like Cage Warriors, they put on good cards. MMA shows just put on good cards, whereas boxing cards, they just rely solely on the main event. Look, that's their blueprint. I love boxing, will always love boxing, but for me, MMA, if I'm a paying customer, which I am, I prefer a stacked card than just a great main event.
Let's be honest, right? You look at another pay-per-view that's on BT Sport, Fury, Dillian White. The undercard is disgraceful for 25 quid. That is disgraceful. The only name on it is Tommy Fury, and he's crap. Like, he couldn't beat a blown-up bantamweight. He couldn't even beat up a blown-up lightweight in a boxing match.
That's my point.
So, bun him. But back to the big time. The card this is built around Alexander the Great versus the fans' favourite, the Korean Zombie. Like, this was supposed to be Max Holloway. This was supposed to be the trilogy, but unfortunately, due to injuries, due to pullouts, the Zombie was the first one to step up. And I know people say on paper this is a straightforward title defence, but this is anything but straightforward for the champ.
I agree. I think people are really overlooking Korean Zombie. I think people are now starting to give Volkanovski the flowers he deserves based on his last performance. Again, the Max Holloway syndrome of Max being a fantastic fighter, an entertaining fighter, and a fan favourite probably takes some of the shine off Volkanovski. Volkanovski, again, is probably not the most charismatic person, but he starts to come out of his shell a lot more, especially in the last camp.
Yeah.
So I think that will play and help him. I think people are trying to use MMA maths for this, and MMA maths is never correct.
Drifty.
I know the Zombie. I know the Zombie lost to Ortega, and I know Ortega lost to Volkanovski. But in MMA, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It just doesn't. Styles make fights. There's a reason that phrase has been coined so many times. And I do think this is going to be a tougher fight stylistically for Volkanovski than the Ortega fight. But I still expect Volkanovski to do it. Like, his nickname is The Great. He is great. He is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And barring Holloway, you don't really see any threats to him. I mean, our own Allen, maybe another win, and he's in the conversation. Yep. But right now, Volkanovski's the man, apart from Holloway. It's just them two.
Yeah. I do feel like this is it's like the starter to the main course. We want the juicy. Well, you want the steak. I don't want the steak because I don't eat meat. But people are overlooking. Right, Volkanovski's going to win this, and we're going to get the trilogy down the line. But
Yeah.
This is anything but. Like, I feel like with this fight, like, Zombie fought for the title like pretty much a decade ago, and that was when Volkanovski only had 4 professional fights. Yeah, I think he was 3-1, and Zombie was 14-5 when Zombie last fought for the belt. So experience-wise, Zombie's had a much longer career. But when you look at the records, I think since Volkanovski got finished in 2013, considering he got finished at welterweight, and now he's fighting at featherweight.
That in itself is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's crazy. Like,
He's a small welterweight.
I think he's a fairly small, like, featherweight. Like, he's small. No wonder Henry Cejudo's calling him out, because they're pretty much the same height.
Yeah, there's not a lot of height in it. I think he's 5'6", Cejudo's 5'4".
Yeah, so it's not much in between the two, but I feel like
not at all.
Volkanovski is going to get it done, because since he's won the belt, he's not had like that statement win. Like, obviously he had the war with Ortega, and he had the dodgy decision to Holloway. Like, he's not had like that marquee knockout, the marquee submission, which is.
Would you not say the Ortega one was a statement win?
I'd say,
considering
like,
what he went through in the fight,
for like the hardcore fans like me and you, that is a statement win. But we know what casuals are like. If it's not a knockout, if it's not a submission, like,
I get
it's not standout. But when you look at Volkanovski, since he's joined the UFC, knocked out Mendes, knocked out Aldo, beat Holloway twice. I think he's on an 8-fight win streak at featherweight. Only one active who's got a better one is Arnold Allen at 9. So, like, he's on a great run. But the zombie's going to be a tough test. But I think Volkanovski's going to use that rugby league grit. Like, if people want to know what real grit is like, just go play rugby league out in Australia, because there's some tough. They're tough. And he's brought that toughness into the UFC. But I think Volkanovski gets the finish in this fight. Like, I think yeah, I think he'll get it in round 4. In the championship rounds, I think we'll get the finish.
I think it's going 5 rounds. I think Volkanovski wins by 3 rounds to 2. And I know it sounds close, but I think it'll be 3 clearly decisive rounds. And I think Korean Zombie will get 2. I don't think he will batter Volkanovski, but I think he'll edge 2 of the rounds. But I think Volkanovski will decisively win 3, and he'll get a unanimous decision.
The only reason why I say that he's going to get the finish, I think Volkanovski said, like, I'm not leaving this to the judges. So, which means that he's aiming for the finish. And the Zombie's he's called the Zombie for a reason. He's got a hell of a chin. But I think Zombie's 34 now. When that chin goes...
See, him saying that worries me a little bit for Volkanovski, because if he's saying and going into the mindset of, I'm not leaving this to the judges, I want to finish, I believe that's going to leave him open.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. But I don't know if we're going to see him in the same position as he was in the Ortega fight, where we're going to go, is he going to tap or is he going to sleep? I don't know. Like, on paper, this is like, Volkanovski, win. Yeah. But we know, like, it's not like that. But I do expect Volkanovski to retain his belt and get that Max trilogy. But speaking of another rematch, we've got the interim champion Piotr Jan versus the other champion, Sterling, because I can't call him the real champ.
He's not undisputed yet.
He's not undisputed champ. He should have got an Oscars for that.
He's the disputed champion right now.
Yeah, because let's be honest, like, he's a lucky boy to have that belt. If he didn't pull off an Oscar-winning performance, he goes to their scorecards and he's and he would have lost probably 4 rounds to 1, because he was getting dominated in that fight. All right,
so hear me out though. Yeah, we're both football fans. We're both Liverpool fans. If someone gets clipped in the box, naturally they don't fall like that, but they fall, right?
Yeah.
We say yes, they've made the most of the challenge, but a foul's a foul. The penalty's given. I think Jan's actually got away with a lot in this situation. Like, Jan purposely fouled a downed opponent with an illegal knee strike, and he kind of got away with it scot-free.
Yes, pretty
Partly
much.
because of Sterling's fault, but Jan's got away with this, and I'm quite shocked that he's got away with it in the way he has.
Yeah, because he got pretty much got given a title shot straight after.
Yeah, like that was a bad foul. Like I don't actually think Sterling should have had to continue after that. What I don't like what Sterling did was the whole Cejudo posing with the picture and the video getting leaked of him and his friends celebrate with the belt, and then him turning heel when he shouldn't have really done that. He should have just been himself. Then he's
He tried to do the
picking
Roman
arguments
Reigns.
with DC. Yeah, he's just going on rants, picking arguments with DC and people like that. For me, he should have just been like, look, this isn't the way I wanted to win it. I've got it now. When I have the rematch, then I'll leave it as I'll leave the cages undisputed. If he had said that, I don't think that'd have been much of an issue.
But then he had the cheek going, I'm off for neck surgery. And we're like, what? And okay, you're giving up the belt now. And it's like, nope, I'm keeping the belt, motherfucker. Like, I'm keeping the belt.
That was a bit of a weird one.
Like a good
but
year.
if he needed surgery,
Yeah.
Usman needed surgery and Ngannou needed surgery. He needed surgery. It's 3 champions as well.
Yes, but I do feel like that's probably my biggest worry for him going into the fight is rust, like octagon rust. Like, how's that neck gonna hold in the fight?
Yeah,
like that's probably my only concern. And like my other concern is in that first fight, like he came out the tank so quickly, and gassed so like he ran out of energy so quickly, and Jan just downloaded the game plan. And I was like, okay, I'm going to out-wrestle the wrestler. And he's a boxer.
Yeah.
Which, that is the more worrying thing, because if Sterling's going to think, yeah, we're doing the same thing again, like, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. Because he did the same thing to Sandhagen. Like, he beat Sandhagen at his own game.
Yeah.
With the striking. And that is probably the most concerning thing for Sterling, and should be the most worrying thing in the bantamweight division, is because Jan is doing that. I don't know whether or not this is too high praise. He's doing the John Jones. He downloads the game plan beginning of the fight, then he just knows how to pick you off. And I'm wondering if this is gonna be similar to John Jones. That when he gives you the rematch ain't gonna be as close as the first one. Like, he's gonna finish you, and he's gonna finish you quick. And if Sterling's not careful, he's going to get finished. Like, he has been knocked out before, and I would not be surprised if he's thinking about Triple C, other opponents like Aldo and Dillashaw, and just focus on that mean Russian on the weekend.
Yeah.
Because he wants
You make some really good points. You make some great points. I'll be honest. After the Aldo win, I thought Jan was good, but I thought UFC have kind of given him some easy content. No, I won't use the word easy.
Gave him like a 4-year-old Uriah Faber.
Yeah, I was saying they've given him some favourable matchups and really kind of helped him out. After the Sterling match, I was like, okay, this guy's legit. After the Sandhagen fight, I'm a fan now. He's shut me up. He's proven me wrong. The guy is sensational. His wrestling defense is excellent. His takedown defense is excellent. His striking is stupidly good. It is crisp as anything. His punch and kick selection is excellent. He's able to absorb as well. And I think that's an underrated feature of his game as well. He can take punches. He eats punches.
Yeah. I think
if you don't get his respect early, you're in massive trouble.
Yeah, and I think Sterling didn't respect him. Didn't respect him at the beginning. I thought, first round, look like I'm top dog, and then I think he found out real quick that
it worked.
That worked. Him kneeing him saved him. Didn't save Jan. Sort of screwed himself over because he was winning that fight hands down. But yeah, I think Piotr Jan is walking out undisputed bantamweight champion. I think I saw a thing on Twitter. Jan out-wrestled the wrestler and out-striked arguably one of the best strikers in the division.
Yeah,
I think
one of the best strikers in the whole UFC.
Yeah, and out Jose Aldo, which speaks.
He's a problem.
Which speaks problems. Well, speaking of another problem, We've got Gilbert Burns versus the hype train, Hamzat Chimaev,
The Smash brother. Smash
Darren
brother.
Till's best mate, which I've got. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that friendship. I'm,
Are you not?
I think it's all fun and games, like on camera, but I feel like Darren Till needs Hamzat more than Hamzat needs Darren Till. Sort of thing, and I'm worried. Like, I am slightly worried for him if they don't break up serious to fun, that could creep into the octagon, and Gilbert's no mug here. I just hope that Hamzat's fully focused, switched on.
Yeah.
No more pissing around. I've seen loads of footage of them pissing about in Vegas. I'm like, yeah, it's like this is business. This is business time. You want to prove that you're next for the title after Edwards? Like, this is the opportunity, because he's I think he's ranked 4. Is he ranked 4, Burns?
So yeah, he would be, because Usman's champion, Colby's number 1, number 2 would be. No, I think he's number 2.
Oh, number 2, yeah, number 2. So this is like,
He's not...
he's...
and Edwards is number 3 then, and then I think Luque might be number 4.
Yeah, I'll have a double check afterwards, but I do feel like that, like this is massive for him, because if he smashes Gilbert Burns, just like he smashed Li Junlian, like, it would not surprise me if Dana goes, "Hey Leon, you know I told you next title shot. Yeah, hold that, because Hamzat's getting it next."
So here's the thing. I think you hit the nail on the head when you're speaking about Gilbert Burns. He's far from a mug, and I think a lot of people are overlooking Gilbert Burns.
Like, he's like a massive underdog. Like if you're a betting man, I don't bet, but having like a couple of quid on Gilbert Burns to win, and I think it's 3 rounds as well. Like, it's a 3-rounder, which is a shame, because I wanted it 5 rounds.
Well, the thing is, we've only seen Hamzat in the second round once, if I'm not mistaken. So he probably doesn't even know what he's like in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th round. With this though, I mean, Gilbert is no slouch on the feet and he's no slouch on the ground, but Hamzat's still the unknown. In regards to him keeping his concentration, that's what I'm looking for, because even when you listen to the pre-match press conferences, it's who's your next fight? Is it going to be Colby or Usman? Can you beat Usman? Are you ready for a title fight? I'm thinking, hold on, you've got Gilbert Burns in front of you, and the reporters should know better as well. They should be asking some of these questions as well. Yeah. It's like, they know what Gilbert Burns is. They know how dangerous he is as well. He's the only guy who's kind of floored Usman. It was a flash flaw of a punch, but he's the only one we've seen rock Usman. I think it's not gonna. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna side with Burns on this one. I'm not gonna sit here and be surprised if Hamzat wins.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people are overlooking Burns, and I think Burns is quietly going about his business. There's no pressure on him for this fight either.
Yeah, because
all the pressure's from Hamzat.
Yeah, because no one's wanted to fight. Everyone's ducked him. And Burns is going, yeah, I'll fight him. So like he's in the win-win. He wins. Yeah. He's next for the belt after Edwards. And it's like, well, he's just hype, and I take all of his hype with me. Like that's why I'm worried about this Darren Till partnership, because if it goes up and he gets the Darren Till rub, the bad rub, then those two won't be friends for much longer, because
agreed.
Like, I am super worried that it was all fun when Darren's out in Sweden learning, getting better. Now it's too, like, someone needs to be in his ear and go, hey, it's time to work. We've got a dangerous opponent. But Gilbert Burns said that Usman's came down to help him train for this fight. Oh,
did he?
Yes. Which shows everything you need to know. Usman does not want to fight him. If he's helping Burns train...
That's interesting.
But as Izzy has said, I want Burns to F him up. Like, I want Burns to win. Which shows that both of them are fearful that if Hamzat steamrolls Burns, Like Izzy's thinking, it won't be long until he's after my belt, and Usman's thinking, oh, he's potentially gonna be the one that's gonna stop me overtaking Silva's record for most consecutive wins in the UFC. I think Usman's on 15. If he beats Edwards, he'll tie.
Yeah.
So this is a massive fight because it's a massive fight.
It is. It is. I'm gonna side with Gilbert.
I don't know which one I'm siding with though. I'm gonna side with Hamza. I'm gonna smash you, brother. Yeah, go smash.
Smash, brother. Smash.
Women's actions next on the card. We've got Mackenzie Dern versus the returning Tisha Torres. Ranked 5, ranked 7. I think
big
Dern
fight.
coming off a loss to Marina Rodriguez, who beat. Did Rodriguez beat the? I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna.
She won. I can't remember her name. Yeah, she won her last fight. It was on the prelims.
Yeah, I think.
And it was a good fight.
This was an interesting one because Torres has been out for 2 years. I think when she went out, I think she was like 8-0.
Is it 2? No, her last fight was Angela Hill. She beat Angela Hill. I don't think it was 2 years ago though.
I'm gonna find out actually because she's been out for a while.
She was out for a while, but I think she came back. I believe she beat Angela Hill in her last fight. It was a close fight, but she beat Angela Hill, if I'm not mistaken. And Mackenzie Dern, as you said, lost her last fight.
Just having a look on the Sherdog website. Great website. Yeah, beat Angela Hill 2021. Jeez, yeah, lost to Marina Rodriguez. Lost to Weili Yang. Gee, she went on a bit of a losing streak. Lost to Andrade Young Jacek. Yeah, she went.
Look at the people she's losing to. Though.
Lost to Rose Namajunas.
They are killers. She's lost to champions, former champions.
She basically lost to the top 6.
Yeah, literally. She's lost to champions, former champions, or title challengers.
Yeah, and then obviously Mackenzie Dern has lost to Marina Rodriguez and then beat okay, but when we say Nunes, we mean Nina Nunes, not Amanda.
Yeah.
And lost to Amanda Arribas as well. So she's
she's up and down at the moment.
Yeah, she's up and down because obviously, I think that lost to Marina. That was like the next one to push forward in the strawweight rankings. But I think she's I rate her highly because I do feel like her ground game is some of the best in the division. It's like whether or not her hands can catch up to the level, but it shows so far that her hands are quickly catching up to the level of her jiu-jitsu ground game.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one to call, but I think Mackenzie Dern's going to get back on the win column. I think she'll do it by decision. I don't think it will be a classic. I don't think it'll be like, wow, this is a classic fight. But I do think like Mackenzie Dern's gonna get that win.
I side with you on that one as well. I think it'll be a scrappy affair where you're going to see Tisha trying to use her striking and sort of be elusive and try and stay away out of range for the takedowns and the jiu-jitsu game. But I think Mackenzie gets to her. I think Mackenzie takes her down, dominates her on the ground. I don't think she gets a submission win. I don't think she necessarily ground and pounds her either, but I reckon she will get the win personally. But I think it'll be a tough fight.
Yeah, and then last fight on the card is lightweight bout. Is it Vince Pichel versus Mark Mazden? Mark Mazden undefeated, 11-0. Did not realise that until just a second ago.
Undefeated?
Undefeated, 11-0.
Jeez, that's not a bad record.
So lightweight as well. I think Vic Pinson's like 14-2. So I think this will be a great matchup, but I think Mark Mazden's going to win. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to dominate him with the wrestling. I think that's like his wrestling pedigree is just a whole nother ball game until we get ragdolled by him.
Whole nother ball game.
It's a whole nother ball game until you get ragdolled by me. Can't go ragdolling nobody. Yeah, I do think Mark Mazden, nicknamed the Olympian, I think is going to have that just too much wrestling prowess. Now I think it wouldn't surprise me if he gets that submission win. I don't know how much he won by submission, but
I don't see him getting a submission. I reckon he will win, but I reckon it's going to be predominantly taking him down, controlling him on the ground. I don't think so. Again, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an exciting fight.
Be like that 29-28, 29-28, and then it'll be winner by unanimous decision. And then, obviously, before we go, obviously the prelims are stacked. So I'm just going to ask you one thing: your fight you're most looking forward to on the prelims.
Oh, good question. Good question. Let me just refresh my memory on the prelims. So,
Mickey Gall versus Mike Malott.
Ian Gary. Sorry, Ian Gary's the one. I'm looking forward to see what he does next.
Yeah, talking about my village Irishman, yeah. Ian Gary. It's a quality for you, it's a quality, but he's just training in a crap gym. He's not training in oil with me. He's not going to win no titles and stuff in MMA. I'm training the same gym as he was, man.
Should be SGG, SBG.
Yeah, like he should have moved to me. He should have moved with me. To get knocked out losses. Look at Johnny Walker, like he's moved to train in Ireland. He's just getting knocked out. Like it's what we do in Ireland now. We're just getting knocked out. So yeah, no, like he's got so much hype.
Yeah, he has
potential hype. Like I think he's not as brash as McGregor when he was like 60 G's, but like he did pull out his great line, like we're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
Yeah. And
this is a takeover part 2. Yeah, but I think the one that I'm most looking forward to is Jorginho Rosenstruck versus Marvin Tybura. I think Jorginho Rosenstruck's a little bit of that middling ground, and at the moment suffered some back-to-back losses against the creme de la creme. But Tybura knocked out Greg Hardy a couple of fights ago, which is always great.
Yeah.
You knock him out.
Clean knockout as well.
Clean. You're automatically legend in my eyes.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do nothing to prove yourself. Like he could retire now, and which is weird because Tybura's 22-7 and Rosenstruck's 23-8. 12-3. So it's going to be an interesting one. I think someone's going to sleep, but I can't pick it because it's a heavyweight. So
I reckon Tybura is going to sleep.
Tybura, yeah. Do you think it could just be like a step up? Like
Rosenstruck's a very good striker. Rosenstruck only really loses to Francis. He lost to. He's only when he's been wrestled. He's not. Even that Overeem fight, he won the Overeem fight, but he was getting beaten in that fight because of the wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't see Tybura's wrestling being a massive problem for Rosenstruck, but Rosenstruck's power is silly.
Lost to Garn, lost to Blades, lost to Ngannou. That's it. So it's lost to the crowd.
Top three in the division, pretty much.
Top 3. Right, we're going to wrap it up there.
Steeping.
We're going to wrap it up there for the preview. Callum, thank you for joining.
Pleasure as always, bro.
And make sure everyone to check out Callum's Twitter. It's below. Make sure you check out Coppish. Make sure you check out Sanderson's show, where all the great content's at, and let the people know what's coming up on the channel.
Yeah, so we've got the watch long on Saturday on the Sanderson show. Coppish, we've just got content pretty much every day because Liverpool are playing pretty much every day at the moment. But I love it because it means we're successful. Hoping to secure a couple of interviews on the Sanderson show at the moment, which hopefully will come to fruition in the next few months. But yeah, growing, just grinding away. Obviously, you guys will catch me on here as well.
Yeah,
catch us on the Day Trippers as well.
Day Trippers.
Yeah, so yeah,
I feel like I'm
enjoying it. Exactly. You just see us on the timeline and in the algorithms.
Yeah, massive thanks. What's coming up in Let's Talk Sport? I have a preview coming out in the next couple of days with Yannicka, Manchester City fan, previewing arguably the biggest Premier League game of the season and the potential of the beginning of the trilogy, the greatest trilogy in football history. Someone's heart's getting broken, just hopefully it ain't mine. So yeah, so that will be either out today or tomorrow, and we've also got a show coming out on Friday talking about Wrexham going to Wembley, and we're talking about the Eredivisie title race and kits for next season, because there've already been kits leaks for next season. There's some great kits, some not so great kits.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So make sure you subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, subscribe to Sanderson Show, subscribe to Coppish, and we'll see you all very soon.